Hey everybody, Dennis here. Today is Saturday, January the 3rd, and I hope everybody had a great New Year's. Mine could have been better, let's just say that. Back up a few days, I believe it was December the 30th. I got a little story to tell y'all. I decided to come out at about 9 o'clock and move the trailer so I could chain it to this pole here, because I don't have a hitch lock. And if y'all remember watching my last video, I believe it was, I rutted this up dragging those logs out. The truck got stuck and it just started to dig, and so I stopped because I've buried that truck to the frame before and didn't want to repeat. So I felt it starting to dig down and I stopped, got the tractor, backed the tractor up to it. The tractor had been kind of running a little funny. Just kind of spitting, sputtering, occasionally it would die. Didn't know why. Sit for a minute, start it. You usually would start right back up and run. It's about the same, and then finally it just cleared up, and it was running fine. This was a few days before this. But anyway, on the 30th, after I got the truck stuck, I backed the tractor up to it, and it was, like I said, spitting and sputtering, acting funny. And I was hooking the chain up to the truck, excuse me, and the tractor stalled. It died. I'm still trying to get over the sinus stuff, but anyway, it died and didn't pay no mind to it. I finished hooking the chain up to the truck, and my wife came outside, and I guess I turned around and looked at the tractor, and all I saw was a big cloud of smoke. And I was like, oh crap. You know, at first I thought, well, actually I take it back. At first I thought it was because it was cold. I thought it was her breathing or something like that, and then I realized, no, that's more than that. It ended up being electrical. The matter of fact, I'll take y'all over there and look at it. Because I had to get it pulled out of the way, and I'll tell y'all that story in a minute. The key was still on, but the tractor was not running. And y'all ain't gonna be able to see this very good. But the coil wire, the wire coming off the coil going up to the distributor, get off me, dog, going up to the distributor, melted. And anyway, it turned extra crispy. I ended up cutting the wire going to the coil so I could use the starter to lift the bush hog, get it out of the way. But anyway, my father-in-law came over, and he's got a 2-wheel drive pickup, and we got a lot of sandy soil here, so he came over and tried to pull it out of the way, and it wouldn't move. He ended up almost burying his truck a couple of times. So one of my neighbors came down the road and with his 4-wheel drive and pulled the tractor out of the way and then pulled the truck. But once the truck got on this rock right here where I'm at now, it was fine. But I just want to say thank you. He knows who he is. I can't thank him enough for coming out and helping. That's what good neighbors are for, or that's what good neighbors do, I should say. I offered to do some bush hog work for him. He declined and told me, you know, I had done some stuff for him in the past, and you know, and that was good enough. So thank you again. He knows who he is. I'm not going to mention his name, but that's where we're at right now. I have to get some stuff set up, and we are going to pop the distributor cap off, possibly take the carburetor off. Probably going to take the carburetor off just so I have better view of that wire. Get off of me, dog. And go from there, because I'm not sure if it's a wire, because it goes into the side of the distributor. It's got a little rubber grommet on it, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to repair that wire and I don't have to buy a part. But anyway, that's where we're at, and I'll bring y'all back when I get y'all set up. Alright, first off, I ordered it last night. I ordered the new camera. Comes with 2 tripods, light, extra battery, SD card, all that good stuff. Hopefully that'll be, I think it said it'll be here by the 12th. So hopefully from then on I'll be able to film with a decent camera, have a tripod, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, the reason I'm saying this is because I don't have my table here, so I can't set y'all up with this camera. So I'm just going to give y'all a step-by-step on what I'm going to do on the disassembly. First, the choke wire, I got to unscrew this little flathead here that holds the outer casing, and then unscrew this flathead that holds the, I guess you call it the stop or whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna get a pair of vice grips and pinch off the fuel hose, so hopefully I don't lose much. Disconnect from the top of the carburetor. Disconnect the intake tube here or there, one of the two. And then these are 9/16 or 14 millimeter, however you want, and pull the carburetor out of the way. I've already rebuilt this carburetor once, actually twice. I think it was twice, 3 times, and it's still leaking around the bowl a little bit. I think the next time I go ahead and do it, I will get some kind of fuel resistant silicone to try to seal it up better. Also, I think they call this a foghorn. Don't get me wrong. The gasket that came with the kit ended up breaking, so I had to make one, and it leaks too. So, as a matter of fact, you see a little bit of gas that has dripped down on the coil. So, I know that's not good. I got so incredibly lucky that this thing did not burst into flames, because if it would have, I'd have had a fire extinguisher and probably a 15 to 20 minute wait for the fire department to get here. So, good Lord was looking out on me. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect all this stuff, and I'll bring y'all back. Alright, y'all, I don't know how well y'all going to be able to see this with the sunlight the way it is. I can't see the screen too well, but here's the culprit. Here's the burnt wire. As you can see, it comes off of the coil and goes into the distributor. And again, I don't know how well y'all can see this, but it has like a grommet built onto the wire coming out of the distributor, going into it, however you want to look at it. And what concerns me is that grommet. I got to pop the cap off still, which is what I'm going to do here in just a minute. But I don't know if that's going to be a part or what. So that's what I got to find out. By the way, I forgot to disconnect the throttle linkage. That was one thing that, one step I left out. Anyway, so I'm going to get the distributor cap off and unbolt this wire from the coil. And by the way, it's possible that the coil caused this problem. Don't know for sure. But we had a spare at our deer lease from my grandpa's old 2000. My uncle was going to bring it back with him, so hopefully I'll be able to pick that up from him this week. Anyway, we'll pop the distributor cap off and see where that wire goes, and I'll go from there. Alright, so I got the cap off, and yes, it is bad news. I'm hoping that this wire will be part of the tune-up kit that you get, because even the wire on the inside of the distributor is melted. So I'm hoping I can get that wire with the tune-up kit. I'll have to look online and figure it out, but I guess it's time to do a points tune-up, which I have never done before, but I have been told that it's actually pretty easy. So I guess we'll get to experience that together. Anyway, I will be back here shortly when I get done looking around online. Alright, y'all, I've been looking online, and news is not good. This part number 27, y'all. This wire with the grommet right there, going out of the distributor, is the part we're after. I got bad news, though. That part is no longer serviceable. There's the old part number. It is C5TF12216A. Click on it, and it brings you to the superseded part number, the 478.21.367. And unfortunately, when I started Googling that number, it brought me to, all that was pulling up was a daggum distributor, and I'm like, I don't want a distributor. And then I looked and saw it was the same number, 478.21.367. That distributor's anywhere. I found a lot from 150 to, I think I found one for $350, and I really don't want to buy a distributor. As a matter of fact, I'm not buying a distributor for a wire. If anybody knows of any places online or local that have that wire, any of my subscribers, if y'all know anybody, let me know. Other than that, what I plan on doing when I get that other ignition coil is making my own wire and my own grommet. And if I don't have a grommet, I'll just use some silicone and seal the hole. That way nothing gets in that distributor. That's probably what I'm going to end up having to do. But anyway, so this is going to be a part series until I can get this tractor back together. Hopefully it'll get done by next weekend, but I will let y'all know. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and everybody have a great day.